you doing? I know you know how I'm doing. I'm tired. I've been busy all week long. And to me, I'm still dealing with Halloween and I'm still dealing with the Day of the Dead. That doesn't begin and end on November the 1st. Not for me, because there are still people that just physically crossed over or could have crossed over years ago, but still roam the earth and still live inside of the earth realm. Although they move back and forth, they still like engaging and having relationships with people here in the earth realm. So I'm not going to stay long. I'm just going to briefly talk to you about some things. I'm still working on the Nipsey readings for Halloween. I'm not finished with that. Me and him are not finished with that. And more information. I was looking at the weather today. It's over in the Caribbean, I think in Honduras. But I couldn't, sometimes when I see things on the news, they're not always on YouTube news. They are they come on other news, or I may have to Google it or look at other news stations or weather channels. There's a very bad storm in the Caribbean, and I think it affected Honduras, where it washed homes away. But you don't. Hi everybody, please put my cash up in here. Hit my cash up, make it clap, please. So the weather still, I think we're in hurricane season or tornado season when you are dealing with the islands, and it's starting to get cold. It was so cold yesterday, and it was so cold all night long. Oh my God, it was cold. So we're getting shifts here, and then I saw on the news today. Is it Chase? Chase Bank. It's, I forgot. I see the logo, but I forgot the name of it. It's another bank. They are having problems giving people their money. They won't let them withdraw and get cash. And I've always already talked about, and we're seeing moving into the cashless society, and deliberately, I just heard Wells Fargo too, which controls EBTs, food stamps, the money on the EBTs, and using them to manipulate, track, and control people as well. That's in the news. Um, how do I want to say this? Because I don't have it all right now. I have to write it down. So we're going to be. I'm going to come back. I'll come back as long as I need to. I got to finish looking at this thing with Nipsey, because he is showing me the marathon store, the marathon property, where the marathon property begins and ends and then goes into the city sidewalk, the city property. There are some things we don't know about the marathon. And I'm going to tell you one thing that really scares me, that creeps me out really bad. Earlier this year, I think it was May, when I said Nipsey came to me. He was concerned about his father's blood pressure and his heart. And he said if he wasn't careful, somebody was trying to knock him off, tied to Nipsey's baby's mother and the secret organization behind her. Because around the same time, what was it, last year, his grandmother physically died. Around September, October, they buried her and didn't even say anything to the public. And I saw that his baby's mother was releasing death spells and death spirits, and basically had taken a satanic oath to do what she could to take his property, since he did not leave it to her in a will, and she didn't inherit it through marriage. And I saw through the music deals, and a lot of those people Nipsey was in music deals with, they were also friends with his baby's mother, the actress. They were still in his pocket and in his brother's pocket, because some of the contracts did not expire with his death, and that they were using the baby mama as a front person. Really, she's being handled, and it looks like her by her by herself, trying to take over his businesses and his property. But really, it's not. Secretly behind her, there's a whole secret society, a secret organization. And I see some of these. This is an international conglomerate, Asian and European nations with different currencies, as well as tied to the United States and banks in the United States, as well as banks overseas, and the entertainment industry, real estate, city planning and zoning, and the music industry, and those contracts dealing with Nipsey sports contract, music contracts, clothes and shoe contracts, cryptocurrency, other investments we don't know about that his baby mama knows about, legal and illegal, and it's some type of wrangling and negotiation that is going on behind the scenes to cause Black Sam to give her. He already gave the son, because that's why Nipsey left it, half of the estate, and the other half goes to Imani. Now you give half of the marathon to his mother. We don't know what or why Black Sam would do that, or what it is she could have used as a stronghold to get him to do that. But I said when I saw them trying to kill the father, they were going to knock off work on her, as well as she being in the front, but she's really not the person that's pushing or financing this. This is a coup. She wanted to take a coup to get a higher percentage of ownership over his brother and family members, as well as try to control the board of directors or have someone go on there, if there's one, to alter the power structure or bribe or even kill and replace someone at the board of directors, where she could leverage control and get a coup and then take over the whole thing. And once it's taken over, they would lose it, and then it would be sold to the secret conglomerate that I'm telling you Nipsey's talked about, the corporatocracy and the cryptocracy. And it's really crazy because I said that in May when he showed me, and I said it before, that she was working on making this happen with a secret group of Black and white people, Asian, European nations that are international. And now you see, while people called me a liar, I said I'm just a hater and I'm jealous. Look at what has happened right now during the Halloween holiday. If you look back, I don't think I have it on this page, it's on my Instagram and it's on the backup page. I said that she was working on doing this shit right here, but she was only the front person that they put in the front to do this. And there, once these people get their hand in your pocket, they will find the business that's already built up, get involved in it, because Nipsey had all these people as partners that were also friends of hers. Even Rock Nation managing him is friends of the baby mama. T.I. friends of the baby mama. Puffy friends of the baby mama. DJ Khaled friends of the baby mama. And Jay, and all these people are connected together. Jada Pinkett friends of the baby mama, and up under Queen of Four. See, I've told y'all this, and now, why everybody laughed at me and called me names and shit, now it's so creepy to me, because you see what has, goddamn it, happened. What I said, the man told me that this fucking bitch was going to do, that they using as the front woman for this shit, and then she then ties it into this conglomerate they're building with the conscience community. You see what I have been saying this man has said, and it's so scary to me. Because if the family is trusting her instead of doing business work, this is not going to end well in the long run, because she has one thing in their mind, and that's to just break this up, get their trust, take it, secure more ownership than he have, create a lopsided, a uneven advantage called a coup, and then dismantle and break it up, and then it's sold. But not to her. She gets her little cut. It looks like it's going to her, but it's not. She's being told what to do and how to do it. If you listen to the series I broke up when I was trying to warn Black Sam and his father Dawit, and I saw, once you get your hand in there, that's how a fool of them did Dr. Sabi, by being friends with his last wife, and because Dr. Sabi loved pussy, money, and weed. Young bitches coming there fucking him, getting folks pregnant at goddamn it 70 and 80 years old. As soon as they do that, kill his ass and then the women with the children that set him up to be killed take it over, and now it's a part of the science community. A fool and all her folks go over there for retreats and shit in Honduras. If it's still there, the wife, the last one he was with, not the original woman. I think they call Ma that live in Atlanta. And then red pill, blue pill mom were going with Sabi and left them. I think left them and they were left to be with and be in a polygamous relationship. I know at one time she has a store. She probably still has one here in Atlanta. But she had nothing to do with this from what I know. I'm just saying that was his weakness, and that's what, and he's, Dr. Sabi is also Sagittarius. Sagittarius means it's real harsh. He comes in here with Nipsey, and during his first reading, he was one of the ones that was with Nipsey. And Nipsey would always speak about him. He never endorsed Queen of Four. Nipsey endorsed Dr. Sabi. And they did Dr. Sabi the same goddamn it way they did Nipsey. With some bitches and some pussy and some babies. That's what, excuse me, that's always going to be the move right there that they use. And I said that's how they'll get their way in there, infiltrate in a nigga's kingdom. Pretend they love you and they don't, but they know that you like them. The man like a certain woman and weaken themselves down for them, and they sick them on them. Next thing you know, person nigga dead, and they in there dismantling the empire that the nigga built by itself. They like ready built businesses always already making millions, so they don't have to try to build it. Cause they not. She's not interested in building that business up. She's interested in taking and dismantling and reselling it, getting a cut, and then the Asian and the European nation gonna come in there because there's something going on that we don't completely know about on the marathon property. Nipsey's been showing it to me the past few days here. This bothering him. I'm gonna get to the bottom of this here, and we're gonna keep talking about it. I'm gonna get back to you. I'm not finished with this here because he is still talking to me about it, and I had to deal with them with the Halloween holiday and the Day of the Dead, and you know Kim's dad and not cussing right now. Kim's dad is like a little child, just quiet and purring over here, and all the ancestors with him. They coming in and out of the house now from the yard, and they not. He ain't telling me to send no more messages, cussing, clowning. I can't describe the energy in here, but it's peaceful. It's very heavy. It's very thick, but it's peaceful and it's very calm. So hopefully, I have given them what they like to start off with because they're not complaining. They're not fighting each other. Everybody's like a constant circle, moving in and out of the house. Then some of them come in. They come to the office. They go out in the yard. Then others come in. Then people are pulling up from other places in Atlanta, coming to Atlanta in my yard. And so you see, I got the bill, I got the liquor and shit down here. And my stomach is hurting like hell right now. I'm gonna have to take me a Lex tomorrow, goddamn, because my stomach hurting so damn bad. It's so hard. Oh, my stomach tight, goddamn it. It's just sticking out. I had me a good time. And I showed it to Kim, the video, and showed her the pictures, but her dad is not saying anything. You know, I mean, he got a smile on his face. He's not angry anymore. He was so heated. But he's not heated now. He's relaxed, he's smiling, cracking jokes. He got a Bud Light and stuff. I had froze it, you know, had a little chill on it. And put it in his goblet. Basically, I did what I could to spoil him. And I don't think I'm gonna put it up. I'm gonna leave it out all night for him. Got the candle over there by the it's lit now. It's just I don't know. I know y'all can hear it in here. It's quiet. It's real peaceful in here. But they're moving. I can see them. I can feel them. So they're very active. They're moving around the house. They're downstairs, and then I have Nipsey's altar going, which is absolutely gorgeous. So I have, and some of his food is in there. Some of his food is also over here at the main altar with Kim's father. So I'm gonna let it sit out for a few days. And another thing, let me tell you that happened. I couldn't say anything about it because I was doing the spiritual work on it. So I had to be very, very careful with that one. While we are celebrating the lives of people that physically died, but yet are still alive and still here, A lady contacted me about a week ago. I didn't have that much time to get on it. She was pregnant, 9 months pregnant, like a week ago. The baby was due in 2 weeks, and she just had a baby shower, so her stomach's huge. And she contacts me and she said, I need you to put a prayer candle up. How much would it cost to protect my baby? Because I don't want my baby to die during pregnancy. And I said, well, no, fuck that. We don't need to do that. I need to do a whole spell. I need to do a whole ritual. You need to let me be in the labor and delivery room through the phone and put it on speaker. Have somebody hold it that you tell I need to be on that phone. I need to hear what's going on, and I'll send them in there. And so I said, I need you to get on the phone. She said, so not the candle. I said, I'll do the candle, but you need to pay me to do the spell. I said, when are you going in? She said, I'm going in Halloween. I'm going in Wednesday, which was this past Wednesday. I said, oh Lord, we're going to have a spooky baby. I like it. I said, so you need to call me. We need to talk about the details. I couldn't believe this. So as we have physical lives that gone out, we got them coming in, but I had to be quiet about it. I can say it now because the baby's here. She came. She's so adorable. We were talking on the phone Monday because she had contacted me, I think, last Sunday. And she said they said they're going to induce labor on me Wednesday. I said, okay. And I said, why? What is the problem? She said, I'm afraid my baby's going to die. She did something that you all need to do. I wish I knew how to do it, but nobody protected me. She had been going to a Haitian voodoo priest. They have been putting protection on her. I'm not sure if they did it during the last pregnancy last year, but her baby died in her womb when she was 4 months pregnant. And she thinks a jealous woman had something to do with it. Usually, when babies die like that, it is an evil eye, some type of jealousy, because they might have been jealous of her or one of her husband. So I saw that that is true. And she knew that it was a boy, and she wanted to give her husband the son. But I'm not sure if she went to get protection while she was pregnant or started doing it afterwards. Because I said, so how did you know how to do that? I'm so proud of you. She said, it just came to me. I said, so your mama, nobody taught you how to do it? She said, no, they dead. They not here. They physically gone. Almost all my loved ones is gone. She just said it came to her, and her husband also believes in her. Her husband had been going to the Haitians and getting protection. And so she uh, said, I felt like I need to do this, protect myself, because I really hurt me. I still haven't gotten over that I lost my baby last year, and I'm afraid that it's going to happen again. And I said, but you're 9 months, that baby's strong, and it probably came back. And she said, well, I don't think this is the same one because that was a boy, this is a girl. I said, they can switch and come back if they want to. It can be a different sex, and it could be the same baby. I said, plus, this one's 9. You're full term with this one. You don't have to worry about it this time. So she said, but I'm still worried because they want to induce it faster, and then she said her blood pressure was real high, and she may not. She said, I don't know if she gonna come through my vagina. She said, I don't want a C-section, so I need you to do that. And I said, but you got the Haitians, why don't you go on back over there? She said, I did, but the way she said the price, so they was jacking it up so high. She said, I didn't feel comfortable. I thought they was trying to take advantage of me. So I thought about you, and so I want you to do it because I don't want this child to die like it did the last time. I said, well, I think you should go back over there. Because that's who you trust, and that's who you've been working with. And I said, but then again, that's not true. You could have two spiritual people doing rituals from 2 different places to get double, protection. She said, well, I want you to do it. And I said, well, I don't want to light the candle because that's not enough. You need to let me go deeper to make sure I protect from death spells. So I said, do you know her name? She's like, she doesn't have a name. I said, send me her picture. So she says, okay. So she sent me all these ultrasounds. So I said, well, hello. And so the baby started talking to me. And she gave me her phone number. Now, that's another show I'm going to get into you all about because, it came to me and Nipsey showed it to me. And there was a spirit that showed it to me. the other day. You know how they putting these codes on these neural links and Elon Musk and want to put a brain map in your head and it's got a serial code and they want to put the code in the back of your head or on your hand, the mark of the beast, and it's got a serial code in it or 666 the mark. That's your mark. Electron, proton, neutron. The 666, and it's another code that is born inside of your body that's in the crystal matrix of the body. They got the code from the female. They got it from you from outer space in Sirius and in Egypt, Atlantis. These things were documented. This is the first time I've seen it. They have a code. It's just like a telephone number. Everybody has a phone number. Everybody have a code. I didn't know that. I knew it, but I didn't like exactly a fucking phone number. The little girl gave me her goddamn phone number, and as I'm looking at the ultrasound, I'm seeing it, and she's telling me to call her. We started talking through the numbers, and I'm talking to her, and she feel comfortable with me, and I said, so tell me, because her mom was on the phone. I said, look, I'm talking to the little girl right now. She is strong, and I'm telling her to go face down, ass up. I want her to the boot up. I want her head to come down and start turning upside down, start bearing down on your cervix to get ready. She said, well, no, they're gonna induce me. They're gonna induce me. And I said, fine. I'm telling her to goddamn it, get in formation, goddamn it. Get in vagina power. Turn it up now. Turn your ass up. Start tooting. And I said, do you have a problem with that? Little girl said, no. She said, because I'm ready to come anyway. I stayed in her this long for 9 months. Ain't nothing stopping me. I want to come. I said, the little girl want to come. She's strong. She told me she's strong. She's healthy. She ready to turn up. But you the one got the fear and you're making her fret. Relax. I got you. I'm not going to let the little girl die in your pussy. She's not going to die in your uterus. She's not going to die when she come out of it. When they break the water, she start coming through the cervix. She's not going to die in your pussy. You got to relax and open it up because she's going to push it over. I'm telling her what to do. So we on the phone and mama listening. The mama ain't saying nothing. So clearly the mama trusts me. I said, I see her. You worrying about a 4-month-old that died last year, somebody cursed. It's not the same one. We're going to make sure. Now I understand, even though she's 9 months, she still could die in there or come out and get caught in your birth canal and choke or whatever. I said, I'm not going to let that happen. Not going to let that happen. So I said, you need to be on the phone. It was hard for me to get her on the phone because she was running. She got other children. So she's not sitting around. She's outside. She's driving. She's taking the children on errands and playing games. I said, good. That's what you're supposed to do. Stay extra. Pussy. Oh, no problem. But I said, you got to watch what you're eating because her blood pressure kept going up high because she was getting hungry. She was eating fried foods and stuff. I said, stop because we cannot create distress for the little girl. She ready. You not ready. Stop creating obstructions for her. So I said, fine. You go do what you do. I do the spell. I like for people to be on the phone. I was looking. I couldn't find her. Wednesday she went. And she wasn't answering the phone. And then it was like, she said, that's my son's phone. That's why I'm not answering them. I had to give my son back the phone. She emailed me. She said, here's the number. I'm in the hospital. Call the room. I called the room. I said, girl, where you have you with your fast self? Where you been? I've been looking for you. She said, I'm up here in the room. I said, did she come down? She said, no, they got to give me these drugs. She said, they're going to induce me slow. It's going to take probably a day or so. That was Wednesday night. I said, you all right? I'm still doing the work. The baby's alive? She said, the baby's alive. I said, she in your stomach? Yes. She's still in my uterus. She ain't came out yet. She ain't came down. But she's alive. She said, yes, she's alive. Wednesday night, let her sleep. I call her Thursday. Have you had a baby yet? Nope. Baby's alive? Yes. Heartbeat good? Yes. She's still inside of you? Yes. I said, she's going to stay that way. Okay, good. Because I can hear her on the phone. I said, she said, girl, I'm so high. I said, stay high, goddammit. Just let me listen. Let me do the work. I'm doing the work while you're on the phone. You just lay back high. And me and her are talking. I'm going to see what I see. And I'm, doing the stuff on the phone. And I'm picking up the spirits on the phone. And I said, she's fine. She's alive. She's bright. She's got plenty of energy. You the one. I said, let it go. That's Thursday. Thursday night I talked to her. I think it was yesterday. I had finally showed Kim. I said, Kim, I got to show you something that I've also been working on while we're dealing with your daddy and all this other mess, craziness is going on. I talked to her Friday. I said, so what's happening? She said she's here. I said, oh my God. She said, I'm holding her right now. I'm trying to breastfeed her, but I've never been a breastfeeder. This is like her fourth child. She said, I've never able to get milk out of my breast. And I said, please, 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 take a picture. I said, send her to me. I gotta see you. I want to see both of you together. So she sends it and she's in her arms naked in her mama's arms, and her mama's holding her close, and the mom's looking at me, and the baby's on her chest and her face. And I said, "Oh, oh my God!" It just made my day. I said, "We've been dealing with all the death energy, working with the death current that is also life and blood and rhythm." And as we shifting and dancing and calling the spirits and doing libation and giving cigars and liquor, and this baby is coming through this Halloween and the Day of the Dead current. So I'm doing two things at once. I'm on both sides. At the same time, I'm on the death side, and then I couldn't tell anybody I was working on the life side to get the little girl through the portal during a heavy period of ritual of Halloween and celebrating Day of the Dead. She comes in right now, and I said, "Wow, I've never done that before. I've always wanted to be a part of it. She's not in Atlanta, so I couldn't physically be, but I would have been there doing it live with her." And I said, "I hope I'm not getting on her nerves." I called her every day. I called so much because she, paid me to do it. So to me, it was my job to do it. I couldn't have lived with, and I wasn't going to live with that child dying. So I didn't. I finally showed my assistant. She said, "Oh, you've been working on this." I said, "Yeah, I've been working on this," but I couldn't say because she didn't want any potential enemies or jealous women to know she was in the hospital having the baby because she didn't want. She was so afraid that spirit was gonna jump onto the girl, like she thought it might have been hovering, and I understand. I would too, being a mom and being pregnant. She thought it was still hovering around. Well, whoever sent it out for her last year, that it was still down and it was gonna jump on there. And I said, not on my watch. I promise you. I said, you trust me? She said, yes. I promise you. I got the girl. That's I wish somebody had done this for me. My pregnancy would have been safe. I wouldn't have been butchered up like a dog. Cut all up and tore all up like that. And I would have been protected during my pregnancy instead of my mother trying to destroy me during my pregnancy. I said, I would not. I got her. I got you. Don't worry. You just relax. I got her. And she must have believed me because she didn't tell me to stop calling or you get on my nerves. She said, okay. I said, you trust me? She said, yes. I said, she's dead. She's all right. I kept calling. I said, I've got her. And when I saw her, I said, oh my, look at this. Just as cute as she could be. And you know what? As when she was in her mother's uterus, she was so quiet when I was talking to her. She was talking to very calmly. She wasn't kicking. She wasn't turning. I said, is she turning? Because I feel her being very still. She said, no, she's very still. I said, because I didn't feel she's turning. She's very relaxed with me. She's not scared of me. She doesn't feel uncomfortable because I was talking to her on the phone with her mom and I was looking at her picture, talking to her with the ultrasound. That's the soul. She already had the code. She had the numbers on her. So she was already alive. They try to say, oh, it's a live birth. They come alive when you have them. No, that doesn't make any sense. The child has already been alive 9 months. God damn it. It's already 9 months old in the womb. So as she's calmly listening to my voice. And I said, she's not moving. I said, she's awake, but she's calm. I said, is she moving? She said, no. I said, I know because I can feel her through the phone. She's chill. I said, I like her. She likes me. So that was like Monday. And then we talked again Tuesday. She said, going Wednesday. I said, we got to do this Tuesday night. So she went and got the candle and stuff I told her to go get. Because I usually, when I work with people, I tell them get a candle wherever you are, because I'm going to connect with you through the candle there and the candle here and your picture. She sent it to me, and we have been working together since Monday. So when I saw her, that's when I saw the codes, and it would make sense. This would be the perfect time for me to see those codes. I've never seen them before because I'm doing the vagina power dance that Nipsey told me to do in my own healing and grounding, and then writing the whole series around the dance and the magic of the serpentine dance and raising the kundalini serpentine fire, like Earth, Wind, and Fire talked about. And she's a girl, so it made more sense. And her mother's a girl, so it's three of us combining this energy. I've never done that before. I've always wanted to, and I just learned something the little girl taught me because she knew about her matrix, the matrix codes, and she's like, here's my number, and it's in the back of the skull, the same place, and the wrist. And when they're creating these clones, you know where they get them from? You, because the female teaches them. You think these people just get in these labs and become God and study through science and figure this stuff out? That's why they have your bodies all these years and during slavery, and take them in the blood and experiment, and they go along with the documents that they find in Lemuria and Atlantis and Egypt and all of our other underground cities that they buried under the water, and get the scrolls and have them in the Vatican. They create the clones from you because you come in from the other dimensions with all the numbers in your numbers first. A vibration, a frequency of sound, and then the keys of life, like the keys of Enoch. The woman has the keys. Men have them too, but the woman has them first. So the little girl knew she was a woman, and she knew she had the cosmic keys, and they're encoded in the cell. And she said, and then Nipsey showed me how they were making different bodies, electric bodies, etheric bodies for the corporation. And what is it? That deals with cryptocurrencies. It would deal with the astral bodies, which would also be celestial bodies in space, and celestial keys. That's a whole nother teaching. I have to sit and let him give me that one. And the baby was one of the ones that's just like Nipsey. She was in the astral and the cosmic zone, so she knows, because she's first mental and vibration, and then frequency and thought and mind encased in, vibrating through, and creating the body, the other body that you then slide down into and integrate yourself into, the flesh body. I'm learning this from this baby with me, Nipsey, and these spirits are there. And she's like, oh, sure. I'll tell you, because she knew who I was, and she knew I could grasp it. And it's so weird because, like I said, this was such a strong death current energy, but yet mixed with a celebration energy and a high frequency. And in death, there's always life. And in life, there's always death. Huh. So she knew how to move through the fractals of it precisely enough. So she rode the life current through the energy of these dates and times in the death current. They were different color prisms and fractals, and she knew which one to travel. And so I followed her. I followed her lead. And the mother, although she doesn't know what I'm knowing, the mother still knew enough and felt intuitively enough to get a spell, a birth spell, a death protection. She said, I want you to stop the baby from dying. And I said, wow, I cannot believe you were thinking like this. I have told women to think like this and to do this. I know, and she a little Scorpio. She's so cute. Absolutely adorable. And she's so quiet, and she was laying so still on her mommy's breast. I couldn't believe how beautiful her spirit, her energy, but she's so strong. But she's so quiet, just clinging to her mommy. Uh, I wish I could show you the picture. So adorable, so beautiful. I hadn't talked to her mom. I didn't want to get on her nerves. Once I found out yesterday and I saw the picture, I said, I knew. I said, she's here. She's here. She's here. She goes, that's, oh my God, just laughed. And I said, she said, I'm exhausted. It hurts so bad. I said, okay, babe. My job's done. Now I know she's here. I'm gonna leave you alone the weekend. She said I gotta stay a few more days because I gotta make sure she's stable with her pressure. And I was like, I didn't say anything. I had to hold it. Now I'm telling you, I was so excited to tell you because I couldn't tell. I don't want to jinx it, but we should think I keep dancing. Thank you, I will. He said, "Who would be without the critic?" I don't know. I don't listen to critics. I haven't really seen. I mean, I'm honest. I really haven't seen um people bad mouthing me dancing. I'm not saying they're not doing it. I just haven't seen it. I haven't seen it on this page. I haven't seen it on my Instagram page. um I've seen a lot of love and support because you haven't heard me say it. I would have said it. I don't see people over here laughing and making fun of me and telling me not to dance. I don't see it over here. I see a lot of love and support for me and encouraging me to do more of it. So I'm sorry, I accidentally went out. So I don't know about that. And if I know Boss Lady, that child special, because she was talking to me. So if somebody's saying something negative about the dance, I don't want to know. I don't want to listen to it. I'm tired now. I'm not going to go back and forth arguing with people. You don't like me, just don't like me. I mean, at this point in my life, if you don't, you're not going to. And it's fine with me. I'm not doing any more arguing. I'm not trying to make nobody like me or convince me. I mean, it's all right. You do you. I'm going to keep doing me. Um You see the spirits. Yes, well, that's what I'm doing. I'm not just dancing to have fun. I'm actually communing with the spirits, and I'm giving them a libation, their liquor, their cigars. I'm really, really tuned in with them, even though it might look like I'm having fun to y'all. No, I ain't just dancing, having no fun. I'm up there trying to see, am I giving you what you want? Am I pleasing you? Because that's what's more important to me. Not trying to shake my ass. I can do that anytime. I'm really, really bonding with them. It might look fun to you, but I'm dead ass serious when I'm doing what I'm doing. Thank you, Tam. I love you too, sweetheart. Thank you. I'm glad people also find me attractive doing it. I just hate I was so scared to do it so long. So anyway, I just want to check in with you, Dad, just to share that little bit with you. And I'm gonna come back soon. I just gotta rest a little bit and I gotta write down everything that he's saying, what the spirits are saying, because I thought that was such a beautiful story to share. And if anybody else wants to do that with me that's pregnant, I'll be glad to do that. Read you while you're pregnant and see if you need any protection on you. If somebody's trying to cause you problems with the evil eye. And I think it is best not to let everybody touch your stomach. Don't even tell people you're pregnant. Um, don't let people be around you in at your house or touching your body. I used to let people touch my stomach. Just dumb because I would see other people doing that. I didn't know any better. See it on television. You're supposed to be consecrated and secluded because you don't know who don't want you to have it, or who's jealous of the ability you could have it, or who's jealous of your man, jealous of your life, what you have, anything. And I was so, well, yes, I do protection spells. I mean, everybody needs them, but especially when you are bringing life in, and you've had a lot of unexplained miscarriages, or got so close and you lose them, or somebody. Women can have a healthy pregnancy all the way up to the end, and that child come out there. It's something doing getting choked in the vaginal canal, umbilical cord wrapping around the throat. They don't get out at the time, they die. Everything's perfect to the last goddamn minute because that current is following the person, and they just, well, it just happens, to a lot. And stuff like that does not just happen. Deaths like that of a child does not just happen. And it just was refreshing to me, and it was surprising because the lady knew it, and she said, not this time. I want you. She said, I don't, I just don't feel right. She said, I feel like something might be a little off. I'm not going in now without you. Can you do this on me? Can you put protection on me? I said, if you feel that strongly about it, let me look at it. And I said, yes, you need it. I said, the girl is fine. She doesn't need it, but somebody could trip her up and trip you up in there. And we don't want that to happen. Before you get there, on your way there, and when you get there, in them few days, something could trip you up and kill that child. And so I didn't argue with her. I said, why don't you go back over there? She said, I'm talking about you, though. I said, you got it. You got it. How can I say no? Innocent. And I see this child is not a demon seed. It was an innocent. She was too calm. And she was just laying there when I was talking to her mama, she was just laying there in her mama uterus. And I can't tell you no. And when I saw her, I said, I'm good. At this point, I see this face, this sweet face. I'm good. So I'll see. I'm not gonna bother her. I'll see if she reaches back out to me because she needs more. When they come in like that, it's still important that they have more protection put on them because it's just an innocent, and the mother needs it. And that's why I'm sharing it with you all in case you get pregnant or you're pregnant now and you might find out you are, you don't know, and you want to get this protection. Or you, that's fine. But I'm just saying, even more you get protection, but even some more so you got a baby on you. And there are different spirits riding on them and with them and on you. You want to know what they are and who they are. And lucky she had her name, so I called her name. But it was amazing that without the physical name, I was still talking to her, and she knew who I was. She was talking to me. It would be beautiful to help a child like that in this basically an old soul, and then get to know them as they grow, because she won't remember. She won't consciously remember unless she were to be around me and they taught her who I was, and I could teach her things. And so I hope I get that opportunity to do that again, talking to those souls like that. She's very old, and because she was too aware of who she was and the stuff she told me, I've never had a baby tell me that. I never had anybody tell me that. Um, Absolutely amazing. So now I have more homework to do because of her and Nipsey tying into the Vagina Power Church program. Anyway, I love you all. I'm gonna go lay down. I had a long day cooking, and I hope I make the spirits happy. I'm happy if they're happy, and I still have to do work with them, so I don't wash my dishes and cleaned up and stuff. And I'm gonna get some rest and finish getting this information. And I love you all. I'll talk to you soon. Hit my